in London. Thank you so much for being with us. This trip is very much overshadowed, of course, by Trump's domestic woes. With that in mind, will anything actually be achieved?
Good evening. I think it will be very hard to tell at this point whether anything will be achieved. But as you know, this is an very old recipe. If you're in trouble at home, try to be a champion in foreign and security policy. And I think this is what Trump is trying to do. He's trying to appear now as a statesman. But now going to Riyadh is probably going to be a lot easier than going to East Asia or going to Europe, because the public opinion there, and especially also the opinion of those elites that rule these countries, is a lot more positive towards Trump than most of public opinion is in Europe or in America. But whether he will achieve anything is a completely different question. We don't even know what he wants to achieve, because at this point, Donald Trump doesn't really have a strategy yet. He has a vision. He wants to contain Iran. He wants to defeat ISIS. He has not specified the means and ways that he wants to use to do so. And it will be hard to tell for the Arab partners in the region whether Trump can actually deliver on all his promises. It sounds very promising, his rhetoric sounds very promising, but it's now up to him to go to Riyadh and actually say, look, this is our plan, A, B, C, D, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to be successful. The rhetoric has been very promising. I'm very doubtful that America, within its current situation that it's in the current context with austerity, very much an introverted look towards domestic issues, with a public that doesn't really want to go to war, and with a military that's widely overstretched. I don't see how America can actually deliver on all these promises. So I would say that it could be a very critical, visit to Riyadh, but whether he can deliver on all his promises is quite doubtful.
But what are the Saudis in particular wanting out of this visit, Andreas?
For the Saudis, obviously, they want to be accepted again. They've been challenged in their role in recent years as the leader of the Islamic and the Arab world. So by having good ties with America, they can show and demonstrate to the rest of the region that they are in charge. They want to demonstrate that also not just Arabs, but also to Islamic countries outside of Arabia and the Middle East. And they can show that they have now a partner that will support them more or less unconditionally in two very important national interests and national concerns for Saudi Arabia. One is obviously tackling the spread of Iran in the Levant, in Iraq and in Yemen. And then the other thing is tackling terrorism, tackling jihadism. Again, is something that Trump said he would support Saudi Arabia with.
Andreas Krieg, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Moving on, and Swedish prosecutors have dropped a 7-year rape investigation into Julian